going up the hill.
During a hike deep in the forest, someone spotted something they could hardly believe.
Look! Look! Fuck! Holy shit! Holy shit! Right there, look! It's going up the hill. What is that?
A dark figure was moving uphill between the trees. At first, it resembled a person climbing, but the outline looked large, powerful, and seemingly covered in dark fur. Some viewers think it might be Bigfoot, noting how effortlessly it moves across the steep slope. Others argue it could simply be a person wearing a costume. But truthfully, pulling off something that convincing in a suit seems extremely unlikely. In 2022, a YouTube user exploring Google Street View spotted something strange in Pripyat, the abandoned city near Chernobyl. In one frame, a woman appeared partially hidden behind a tree near the Ferris wheel, as if avoiding the camera. No one knows who she was or why she was there, in a place that should be empty. Her presence feels deeply unsettling. A Facebook user visited an old cemetery surrounded by dark woods. Later, while reviewing a photo he took, he noticed a faint, misty figure that seemed to be standing or sitting among the gravestones. He said he felt like he wasn't entirely alone, and asked the community if they thought it might be a ghost. This woman went hiking with her dogs while filming for TikTok, using her neighbor's trail, usually quiet and empty. On her way back, she spotted something unusual along a side path and froze. The word "help" had been spelled out on the ground using sticks. She took a photo and contacted authorities, but they said they couldn't intervene because it was private property. Whether it was a prank or a real distress signal remains unknown, but the moment still unsettles her. A cowboy was riding through the woods late at night when an unfamiliar sound came from the bushes, something that didn't match coyotes or wolves, almost like a creature trying to mimic an animal. He started recording, but whatever made the noise vanished before he could get closer. Fear set in and he quickly left, never learning what he encountered. This couple went into the woods, hoping for a peaceful date. Everything was calm at first, until strange sounds began echoing around them. At the beginning it was faint, almost like a distant call, but it gradually grew louder, something that resembled a voice, yet didn't sound fully human.
Hello? Is anybody there? I'm so nervous. What was that?
No.
Do you need help?
The unsettling noise made them panic and they ran, never discovering what had been out there. Sadie was hiking alone when she took a quick selfie on the trail, but minutes later she noticed a figure behind her, human-shaped, yet not quite right. Feeling a sudden sense of danger, she hurried down the path, especially since she hadn't seen anyone else all day. It left her wondering what had been following her, a person or something else. A group of friends were exploring an old cemetery hidden deep in the woods when they suddenly heard footsteps behind them. Startled, they turned and snapped several photos into the darkness. Most showed nothing, but one revealed a faint shadowy figure standing among the trees. Some say it was just light and shadows, while others believe something real was out there that night. During a ghost walk on Chalmers Street, the city's oldest and bloodiest road, a photo looked ordinary until someone zoomed in. Two shadowy figures stood on the sidewalk. The street once held bars below and brothels above, and some believe the shapes resemble a man and woman from that era. Guides say no one is allowed to walk there at night, so who appeared in the photo if the street was empty? While traveling through rural India, YouTuber Sanjki Angel filmed a figure dressed entirely in white crossing the road at night. moved through the darkness without a light and disappeared just as quickly, leaving viewers unsure whether the sighting was real. In 2001, a group of friends slipped into the abandoned Barton Mansion in Redlands, California to explore its dark hallways. Everything seemed empty until they reached the upper floor.
Cover my back, all right? Down on the floor. Right there. Oh, shit!
Where their camera captured a tall figure carrying a lantern and ducking under a doorway. Many viewers later described it as looking non-human, even demonic. The group fled in fear, and ever since, some believe a dark presence still lingers on the mansion's second floor. A trail camera near Knightstown, Indiana captured something unusual. One frame showed a dark figure standing in the distance, but in the next photo, taken within the same minute, it had vanished. The owner quickly posted the footage online, hoping for answers. Most viewers suggested it was a white-tailed deer with its tail raised while running, but many still wonder if it was really just that. A homeowner in Lansing, Michigan said their trail cam had been triggering for weeks with only floating orbs. Then one night it captured something different. A white figure shaped like a woman in a dress and hat, with 2 orbs beside her. He's skeptical of ghosts, but also doubts anyone would be walking there at night dressed like that. The sighting remains a mystery. Outdoor Tom, Luke's son from the Outdoor Boys channel, spent 4 days camping and fishing with his dad on the Togeek River.
There! I was right next to him.
Yeah, he was coming around the corner. See that? You scared him.
Why is he scared of me?
He saw you and he just came running upstream. Now here, come here. I got a fish on.
Okay. When I saw him, he was staring right at me. He looked a little bit smaller, so he may have been younger. Oh, I don't.
You want to come hang out with me instead of over there by the bear?
Yeah. Have you had stuff happen to you like that before?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we do not tell mom. We do not tell mom until once we get there.
On the third day, Tom walked to a nearby spot when a bear suddenly appeared beside him. He rushed back to his father, shaken, while his dad remained calm. After the brief scare, the two continued their fishing trip. A woman living deep in the woods woke early and saw a glowing light on a tree. Even though she had no neighbors, no outdoor lights, and no moonlight. She filmed it, and later her husband slowed the video and thought he saw a face inside the glow. At dawn, he searched the area but found no light source, footprints, or reflection. The mysterious light had completely disappeared, leaving them unsettled. A group of explorers from Pakistan visited an abandoned village when they spotted a dark figure on a rooftop. After zooming in, they realized it was a small child, no older than 5 or 6, standing silently in the dark and watching them. As they moved closer to look for his parents, another child appeared in a nearby building with the same cold, almost unnatural stare.
कौन है तुम? कौन हो? यार यहाँ पे बच्चा करेंगे क्या यार?
Then, soon, more children emerged one by one, surrounding the team from every direction, as if forcing them out. One of the children even threw a brick at the cameraman's back, sending the group running in panic. What happened afterward remains unknown, and the identity of the children, and why they were living in a deserted village, still has no explanation. YouTuber M.A. Journey planned to reach a hunter's cabin before nightfall but realized he wouldn't make it in time. He spotted an abandoned treehouse nearby and chose to spend the night there. After settling in, he noticed a pack of wolves circling below. Staying in the treehouse kept him out of danger and likely prevented a serious encounter. His decision to stop instead of hiking after dark may have been what kept him safe. A hiker climbing a remote mountain came across a metal door set into the rock. It had no handle, no markings, only a single hole. Curious, he pointed his camera through it, but the lens captured nothing but deep, endless darkness. There was no explanation for why the door existed or who built it. It simply stood there, silent, as if guarding something forgotten, or something never meant to be discovered. At a summer camp, a group of kids took this photo. It seemed perfectly normal at first, everyone smiling and holding tools. But when the image was zoomed in, a translucent face appeared between two girls on the right, and it didn't resemble any of the kids. Everyone present is already in the photo, so who could it be? Some say it's just light and shadows, a case of pareidolia, but the face looks unusually clear and detailed. What do you think? On October 2nd, 2024, YouTuber Saucy Seth went camping near Tower 12, a deteriorating watchtower inside Cape Henlopen State Park, a place known for unsettling stories. He parked in an isolated lot lit by only 2 lamps, and even from inside his car he felt uneasy, aware he was completely alone.
It's like 9:30 right now, and it's pitch black outside. I'm gonna be so freaking honest with you guys. Like, I'm scared this right now. It's like just now hitting me that I'm the only person out here. Like, I'm in this parking lot, this sketchy parking lot. There's like 2 lights, and I'm the only person in this parking lot. I don't know if I'm just like, if my brain is playing tricks on me, but I feel like I can hear everything outside right now. You know, just thinking about the stories and all the experiences out here. Like, I don't know if they're real or not, or, you know, but hopefully I can just get in there, walk around, check it out, and then leave. I'm gonna be watching Stella, making sure she's good, but we're gonna do it because I said I was gonna do it. I'm here. Yeah, let's go. Stella, you ready? All right.
Despite his nerves, he decided to walk the trail with his dog Stella. But as they approached the tower, the air grew colder and the atmosphere heavier.
Guys, my heart is beating so fast right now. We're going down the trail. I don't know. I don't really have a flashlight. Okay, the watchtower is up here. I'm gonna show you guys Stella so you can see her, how she's reacting right now. But the watchtower is over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's raining right now, and this is I'm not gonna lie, like, I definitely feel like a very dark energy around here. Hell nah, bro. The energy around this just does not feel right. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. What was that? Shh. I'm running. Stella, go.
The deeper they went, the more intense the feeling became, until Seth's instinct told him to leave immediately. The next day, he reviewed the footage and found nothing unusual, yet the sense of dread from that night never left him. Late one night on the Basilis Nova Highway in Nava, Colombia, a group of travelers noticed something unusual on the road. One passenger quickly took out his phone and recorded a strange figure walking unsteadily in the darkness. To this day, none of them know what they actually saw. While hiking in the mountains, someone spotted something unusual in the sky, a shape that looked like a human face floating above. The exact location of the footage is unknown. The man who shared it claims it's real, but refuses to provide more details, fearing government attention. Some viewers believe him, others think it's fake, and the truth remains a mystery. A Reddit user in North Carolina found clean, neatly arranged bones near a baseball field, as if someone had placed them there on purpose. Some people first assumed it was a fish, but after a closer look, most agreed it belonged to a short-snouted dog, likely a bulldog or pug. Someone had rearranged the bones for decoration or as a prank. What seemed like a strange creature was simply a dog's remains displayed in an eerie way. Kind of unsettling, isn't it? A cottage owner kept hearing strange noises outside, so he set up a camera to see what was causing them. When he reviewed the footage, he saw two glowing eyes staring directly at the cottage. At first, he assumed it was a wild animal, but then it stood up, tall and almost human-like. Whether those were actual eyes or just a reflection is unknown. But whatever it was, something had definitely been close to his cabin that night. A family had a security camera facing the street outside their home, and one night it captured something unusual. A small creature moved across the road, but as it passed under a streetlight, it suddenly stood upright, taking on a human-like shape. Some believe it might have been a nahual, a shapeshifter from Mexican folklore said to turn into animals for magic or mischief. A woman once took a cheerful photo smiling at the camera, and everything seemed normal until the picture was developed. Above her head, a strange figure appeared, human-shaped, but with a distorted face. What should have been a happy memory suddenly became something deeply unsettling. A woman was bringing in her groceries when her child asked who was standing by the trees. She looked up and saw a tall, motionless figure at the edge of the woods, staring toward them. Their dog started to approach but stopped, growling and refusing to go any closer. No one could explain what it was. Some said it looked human, others thought it seemed paranormal. The family went back inside and waited until the figure finally disappeared. A hiker was backpacking through a remote area of Arizona when he turned and suddenly found himself face to face with a mountain lion. It had been stalking him.
Yeah, what do you want, dude? You trying to kill me or what? You've been stalking me.
Crouched in the shadows and staring directly at him, its body tense as if ready to pounce. One wrong move could have ended badly. The video cuts off after that, and no one knows how he got away. What would you do in that situation? A Reddit user was hiking up a steep trail when they stopped to rest and noticed something odd. The shadows on the ground were flickering in a steady pattern. The spot was high above any roads, with no cars or people nearby that could have caused it. They shared a video online asking for an explanation. A few theories were suggested, but no one could say for sure, though there's likely a logical reason behind it. Two girls in Tampere were out one night taking photos, and everything seemed normal until they tried uploading one of the pictures later. That's when they noticed something unsettling beside them. A faint, human-like figure lingering in the shadows. Neither of them remembered seeing anyone there, and then they realized they'd been sitting near a cemetery. The thought sent chills through them. Maybe it was just a camera glitch, or maybe something really had been watching them that night. Late one night, a woman living deep in the woods reviewed her security footage and noticed something unusual. A deer walked quietly through her yard, but what caught her attention was a small creature rushing behind it. It appeared to move on two legs, running quickly as if in pursuit. The video was dark, yet the figure looked strange. Too short to be human and too smooth to be a typical animal. Some suggested it might be a monkey, though that didn't match the area. In the end, no one could say for sure what it was. A Facebook user shared a video of something unusual she captured. She said she's a psychic medium and understands that not everyone sees what she does. She had visited a cemetery alone that night and felt multiple presences around her. Only later did she realize she had recorded one, a full-body figure shaped like a person, with glowing yellow eyes, standing in the bushes. She admitted she was frightened at first, because the presence felt dark, but over time she grew used to them, saying they became friendly and even protective. She believes they are very old, and though they may seem frightening, they're really just afraid, especially of being noticed. Do you believe stories like this? A trail camera in the woods captured something odd. a figure with unusually long legs and a strange shape. With so many AI videos around, it's hard to trust the footage, but if it were real, almost no one would believe it. A strange sight appeared in north-central Florida when a glowing fireball lit up the night sky. Instead of moving in a straight line, it shifted in a winding, uneven path, changing shape as it traveled. Even more confusing were the sudden circular flashes of light nearby, almost like small explosions. The sight left witnesses completely puzzled, unsure of what they had just seen. While visiting Gettysburg, someone took several photos of the monument and the quiet area around it. Most looked completely normal, until one image revealed a faint, human-shaped figure moving in the shadows behind the stone. The photographer confirmed no one else was there at the time. Could it have been the spirit of a Civil War soldier still roaming the place where he once fell? A Reddit user shared a trail cam photo taken on a friend's property. It showed a tall, shadowy figure standing among the trees, human-shaped but oddly distorted. Some said it was just a shadow or motion blur, while others thought it looked supernatural. The friend admitted they had often felt uneasy near that exact spot. While backpacking deep in a remote forest at night, a man suddenly heard footsteps behind him. Something was following in the dark. He stopped to look around, and that's when he captured a white figure moving slowly between the trees. He couldn't tell whether it was a person or something more sinister. But encountering someone dressed like that, behaving so strangely, in the middle of nowhere might be the most disturbing possibility of all. On a return hike from Skule Bothy near Loch Inver, a hiker took a photo on a clear morning. Later, he noticed something strange in the image. He was almost certain no one else had been on the empty trail, and with such perfect visibility, he would have seen them. He still has no explanation for what appeared in the shot. Late at night, a lone motorcyclist was riding down an empty road with his GoPro recording when he heard faint crying in the distance. As he followed the sound, he noticed a woman-shaped figure standing motionless in the dark to his right. Before he could understand what he was seeing, the figure faded and disappeared into thin air. A Reddit user was hiking near Black Brook in Nova Scotia when he came across a strange bone. Curious and slightly unsettled, he posted it online, hoping someone could identify it. Experts eventually responded and explained that the markings matched bones from the rear section of a marine animal. A family filmed a fun vlog in the woods, and later viewers spotted a dark shape behind them. Some thought it was a creature, but on closer look it seemed more like something hanging from a tree, maybe just a large leaf. Mystery solved? A couple in Greenville, South Carolina took photos during a day out and later noticed a strange figure in the background. When they zoomed in, it appeared to float slightly above the ground, even though they hadn't seen anything at the time. They posted the image on Facebook, and a few days later, a local explained the truth. It was simply old standing water that had darkened over the years. A bit disappointing, but at least the mystery was solved. On All Saints' Day in Sweden, a woman visited her brother's grave and took a few casual photos as she walked through the cemetery. She put her phone away and continued her visit, but later that night, one image froze her in place. Next to a headstone, a faint childlike figure appeared in the photo. She remembered other visitors being around, but no one had been standing in that spot. Wild Happiness is a Russian wildlife channel where the creator often explores the Siberian wilderness. On one trip, he chose to camp alone in the snow. After riding his snowmobile deep into the forest, he set up his tent and settled in for the night. For hours, everything was silent, until he heard wolves closing in.
Капец, реально волки, друзья. Во-во-во, прям вообще хорошо слышно.
Realizing a pack was approaching, he quickly packed up, jumped on his snowmobile, and sped away. A Reddit user had just moved into a quiet, isolated house on the edge of town, surrounded by open land and a tall brick fence. For a few days, everything seemed calm, until one night while he was eating dinner, he heard faint scraping sounds outside, like chairs being dragged across the patio. When he looked out the window, he saw the faint outline of a person, even though the motion lights never turned on. By morning, there were no footprints. So who or what had visited him that night? This video was filmed by a visitor at Gatorland in Florida and shows another guest ziplining over water filled with alligators. The clip went viral, surprising many with how close the riders get to such dangerous animals. Knowing gators can jump, it might not seem like the safest idea, though the park surely knows its limits. For some, it's an adrenaline rush. For others, a straight-up nightmare. A trail camera deep in the Missouri woods captured a strange image, a hazy floating shape hovering just above the ground. No one could say for sure what it was. Some believe it was simply a moth caught in motion, while others think there's more to it. The camera had been set on a small rock burial mound, a spot already tied to eerie stories. To this day, the photo still leaves people wondering. In 2013, a photographer explored an abandoned hospital hidden deep in the woods, a place closed since the 1990s. He spent hours filming and photographing the decaying rooms, but later, while reviewing his shots, he noticed something unusual. In one image, a pale, hazy figure stood in what should have been an empty corridor. Human-shaped, completely white, wrapped in what looked like torn cloth and almost transparent. No one else had been there that day, leaving the question, who or what did he capture? A man was biking on a calm, sunny afternoon and filming his ride when something unexpected appeared on the path. A huge alligator stretched across the trail. He didn't stop and simply rode past it, but realizing how close he'd been to danger was pretty frightening. A trail camera set up in Texas captured something unusual, and many viewers claimed it was evidence of the legendary chupacabra, the creature said to attack livestock. But a closer look revealed a different explanation. Wildlife experts confirmed it was a coyote suffering from mange, a condition that leaves its skin bare and ghostly. What first appeared to be a monster was actually a sick animal. A visitor at Gettysburg took several photos of the monuments and surrounding fields, but one image stood out later. In the middle of a quiet cornfield, a shadowy shape appeared to be standing near the trees. The poster said it looked like a slave woman. Many people who visit old battlefields report strange sights and uneasy feelings, and this picture seemed to match those stories. Still, while I understand what they're seeing, it could just as easily be pareidolia. Around 10 p.m. after the Battlefield Ghost Bus tour, a woman and her niece stopped near Cemetery Ridge to take a few photos. The area was silent, misty, and heavy with atmosphere. They snapped pictures only seconds apart. The niece's image showed nothing, but the woman's photo captured a lone figure, a man standing or walking along the ridge. No one else had been there, and they were certain they were alone. The figure appeared only in her shot, as if a long-lost soldier was still wandering the old battlefield. On a cold, foggy morning, a trail camera captured a dark object floating above an open field. It wasn't near any trees, looked solid, and didn't resemble any animal the owner could identify. Whatever it was, it didn't look normal. While reviewing his trail cam footage, a man noticed something unusual. The camera showed a deer standing in the woods when a translucent shape suddenly appeared, moving quickly, almost like drifting smoke. It floated toward the deer, then vanished just before reaching it. The deer reacted, twitching its ear and turning its head. Whether it was fog or something else, the moment remains unexplained. A Reddit user was doing yard work around 7:15 in the morning. The forest was quiet, no one else was outside, and everything seemed normal until their security camera detected movement. The footage showed someone standing nearby. At first it looked like a person, but the longer you looked, the stranger it became. You could clearly see the outline of the outfit and the shape of a body, yet there was no neck. almost as if the clothes existed without anyone inside them. The user said it was hard to explain, especially since they hadn't seen anyone around that morning despite being outside all day. Whatever it wasn't something you'd expect to see on a typical morning. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.